Welcome to Salute Bistro. My name is Chris. Today we're going to be preparing a cheesecake. We're going to start off with some graham cracker crumbs. This took basically, if you go to your Kroger and pick up a big box of graham cracker, you just take a whole sleeve, take your food processor, just blitz them all down. That's what I've done here. I've also added in a tablespoon of cinnamon and a quarter cup of sugar and incorporate them all together, melted butter. And then your best kitchen tools, your hands. You want to make sure that this is really worked well in together. Take your time with this. The best thing to do when you're making cheesecake is not rush anything, especially when you start forming the filling with your cream cheese. When you start incorporating your eggs, you really need to take the time to let everything work in together. So we're gonna go ahead and go to our springform pan, get it all in here. I just kind of take my fingers into a little point and just start making that circular motion. You want to try to get it all level, all even. So I kind of push to the outside of my pan first. Once again, this pan is heavily coated with nonstick spray. Alright, so we got our crust formed, really pushed in, really tight, flat as you can on the bottom. If you just use your fingers and kind of push down and in when you're turning it, you actually get a really nice flat, barely curvature on your sides. We're gonna go ahead and put it in a 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes. So now we're gonna take our quarter cup of Grand Marnier, we're gonna add it to our saute skillet. We're gonna turn our heat on medium high, and be careful because it is gonna catch a little on fire. What we're gonna do is kind of flambe and then reduce it down to almost a syrup. All right, so now we're kind of starting to reduce down. Starting to turn more of a caramel. Just turn my heat off. As you can see, it's starting to, you see where it's leaving the trail. Pan's still really hot, so I'm just gonna leave it there and just let it sit. It'll continue to reduce down just a little bit. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start making our filling for our cheesecake. Right now we got our room temperature, 3 pounds cream cheese, 7 eggs, 3 tablespoons of cream, a cup and a half of sugar, our Grand Marnier that we've reduced down. As you can see, it's really become a syrup. If I just take my spatula, it stays where it is. Our limited and our microplane. Right now we're at a higher speed. We really just want to whip together all the cream cheese right now. Go ahead and stop it. Biggest process when you're making your cream cheese, you're going to be scraping down your sides majority of the time. We're gonna whip, we're gonna scrape down, we're gonna whip, we're gonna scrape down. That's how you're gonna avoid all those little clumps and clusters of cream cheese in your cheesecake. So now we're gonna go ahead and add in our cream. 3 tablespoons. Sugar, a cup and a half. Alright, so we got our cream and our sugar in. We're start letting those incorporate together. Slow speed once you get the sugar in. You don't want it to flail up and go everywhere. Right. So on our cheesecake we're doing 7 eggs, 5 are just regular eggs, the other 2 are just yolks. I'm getting my yolk right now on the first one, add it in. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our filling into our crust. Just right in the middle, let it go where it goes. This is when you really notice when you're scraping your bowl where you maybe could have scraped down a little bit more. You'll really start to see your clumps. And like I said, majority of the time when I've done it and I've had some clumps in mine, it's been because of I didn't scrape down my whisk good enough. I'll let it sit, go where it goes. Help it just a little bit. You want to barely see a little bit of crust around your edges. See, I got a little clump right there. That'll be all right. But you just want to see just a little bit of your crust around the edge, and that'll help it just rise up. So we're gonna go ahead and go to our oven. So we got our oven at 550 degrees. We're gonna cook this for about 10 to 11 minutes. My oven temperature is different, so everybody's oven is gonna be a little different unless maybe you have a convection. So you're gonna kind of want to watch it and maybe give it maybe a half a turn. That's what I do. I cook it for 5 minutes one way, and then I give it about a 180-degree turn. Finish the other 5 minutes the other way. We're gonna cook it for 10 minutes. 10 to 11 minutes, watch the rise on it, watch your oven temperature, But then you're gonna turn your oven down to 200 degrees and cook it for 55 minutes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and check on our cheesecake. It's been 10 minutes, I've already spun it twice. We got a light golden brown. So now we're gonna drop it down to 200 and we're gonna cook it for about 55 minutes. When it finishes cooking, you wanna look, and when you shake it, you want just a little jiggle in the middle, and that's fine. After that, we wanna take it out. As soon as we take it out, we'll take a paring knife. You can go around the edge of your springform pan. After that, we're gonna let it sit for another 30 minutes, just room temperature on a cooling rack. After that, you're gonna take the springform pan off and let it sit in your refrigerator for about, I like to do it for a day, 6 hours, 6-7 hours is okay. We really wanna go for the full day though, just to really let it sit and become all in one texture. All right, we're gonna start plating up our cheesecake. We're gonna cut a nice portion. Right here is our salted caramel, a little bit of sea salt in it, and here's our bittersweet ganache.